Hello everybody and welcome back to Be Joy in the Kitchen. I am Be Joy and this is my kitchen. You may notice something different this week. We got a new hood that works because it turned out our other hood wasn't working. Thank you, call out to our friend Jeff for figuring that out and putting our new hood in. And then we've got this beautiful backsplash, which we schlepped here from the Bay Area when we moved, that my spouse Arlene has created. And it is just stellar. The new range, we've got the new fridge. I think we're ready to roll now. So that is our Be Joy's new kitchen. I'm super excited about all of that. All right, so hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know that we did. We were over at our friend's house last night. It was kind of our adopted family. So it was just, we had a whole lot of fun. A little bit of good food, a lot of good food. We played a game front, right, left, right, center. And look it up on, Google it up and you can see what that's all about. It's a fun game to play with a crowd of people. And then today we have been invited to a Friendsgiving. We've got another friend that's here in town, so we're going to have a gathering, about a dozen of us over at, not very far from here. So when I was thinking about what to bring today, I spotted this recipe in, actually in the New York Times cookbook. One moment, please. Sorry about that, but I saw there was a phone call coming through. I forget that do not disturb thing. In any case, I spotted this recipe for a radicchio, green bean, and artichoke salad. And it sounded just so beautifully refreshing after some of the heavy foods from last night. So I'm going to start out with my radicchio. Well, first thing you're going to do is what I started out while I was waiting for you. What I did was I prepared my green beans. I took a pound of green beans and cut the little ends off and then cut them in about one inch, maybe 2 inch, some of them in half. I just cut them up. Let's just say cut them up. And then I I boiled them for like 2 minutes, not even, about a minute, into boiling water. Got my water hot, a little salt in it. Boom. Only about, I don't know, maybe 2 inches of water in my pan. And then I took them out and put them in my new strainer. That's why I've got them in the strainer. This is my new strainer. I love this new strainer. It goes like this, it goes over the sink. It drains really well. So I just drained them out there. I put some ice cubes in to stop. You know, when you boil something and you want to stop the cooking, you shock them with ice cold water. And then I took them and drained them out, and here they are, my green beans. So you want to do that before you do anything else. The other thing that I did was cut up. I cut up my artichokes. You can see that. I bought cans of artichokes, not the marinated kind because it has way too much dressing on it for this particular dish. I just bought the artichoke halves in water, organic ones in fact. And then here they are. I sliced those in half so that they're really quartered artichokes, just like that. You can see what I got going on there. So I've got those on the side while I was waiting for you. I prepared those. And then the radicchio. Now, radicchio lettuce, here's what the whole head looks like. It almost looks like red cabbage, only it costs about 5 times as much. Well, not really 5, but it costs a few times as much as a red cabbage. So I'm concluding at the end of the day that if you don't want to spend on the radicchio, which has a little bit more bitter bite to it than the red cabbage, go with the red cabbage. You'll probably be just fine. So the radicchio, what I'm doing is I cut them in half, just like that. You see there's that little core. And what I do is I cut it in half again, right down the middle of the core, to cut the core out. It just makes it easier than to try and carve the core out. So like that, get this other piece of core out. And here we are. And if you're going to substitute red cabbage, you just need one. This recipe that I have here, I'm using 2 small radicchio, but 1 medium-sized red cabbage would probably work just fine. Like that. Then I'm going to cut these guys in half again and just slice them up in about 2-inch pieces, like that. Sprinkle their leaves all over the place. You know, try and separate them as best that you can. And like I said, the radicchio it's a really nice flavor that's going to go well with the green beans. But again, cabbage will probably do you just fine. And I've got those spread around the whole thing. So that'd be 2 of them, and it's best to do this in a platter, not in a bowl, because it's kind of makes a really wonderful presentation, and then nothing is buried. And here we have it. One more hit on the half here. Again, remember when you're cutting, don't look up. You notice I've been looking at my hands, right? And keep your paw back. Make sure that you don't talk to anybody. Well, not head on while you're doing this. All right, so I've got a nice flow here of a platter of Radicchio lettuce. I'll hold that up so you can see it. On top of this, I'm going to take my beans, my drained beans, and you want to make sure, can you hear that snap? They've got to be snappy. Do not cook them for more than a minute, honestly. And we're going to take those and spread them around the platter. Beautiful. I love fresh beans. So that's one of the things. You know how I complain a little bit about the farmer's market here in Phoenix because it doesn't have the insanely fabulous produce. But these green beans, I will say that the Bay Area has. No offense, Phoenix. I love it here, and we are having a wonderful time and really happy we moved. And these green beans have been really consistently fantastic from the farmer's market. So you just want to have them on top like that. On top of that, we're going to take our artichoke hearts, just spread them around, make a really nice presentation. I'm going to leave some of the green beans right at the center and the artichokes kind of around the outside, if I can, as much as I can do that. Again, you're going to buy artichokes that are packed in water. They either come in glass jars or in cans. These happen to be organic. You can find organic. It's really the best thing in my mind to do, not only for your own body, but for the land. So good stewardship. Using that. A little background noise. Okay, so this is what you have for your salad. I think it's really, really pretty. You can see the red peeking out from underneath, and then with the bright green and the white of the artichokes. Next thing we're going to do is just a little bit of, I like this big grind pepper. I know you'd think as a home cooking chef's clothing, I'd have a pepper grinder. Maybe I'll get one for Hanukkah, which starts so early this year. It starts tomorrow night, Sunday. Kind of wild, huh? A little bit of sea salt. And then a dash. This is something that I love here about the farmer's market. I get this oil. You know how much I love Newman's. But when it comes to when I want to, like just a salad oil, I get this, and it's called Hatun Fine Oils. You can see the label. You can look it up online. I think he sells the stuff online. And he makes some wonderful, I have never been a fan of flavored oils. But his flavored oil is garlic, lemon, orange. He showed me how they make them. And instead of adding an extract or an essence, they take the actual whole garlic and just grind it up right with the olives and press that in with it. And it's amazing. So Hatun, H-A-T-U-N. I call him Mr. Hatun. I don't really think that's his name, but the oil is called Hatun, the brand. So we're going to take a little bit. This happens to be the robust, which is just their plain. And I don't want to put on too much, which is, again, why I didn't buy the marinated artichoke hearts, because it's not going to replace this nice drizzle of oil. And then I'm going to take a lemon. This is a Meyer lemon that I got yesterday, and just take a half of a, basically, this is kind of a big one, so I'm going to just squeeze it lightly here. If you don't have a lemon squeezer, you can always just do this. You can just cut it in quarters. And where did I learn that? Funny enough, for a short while, I wanted to try out Blue Apron, and it was actually pretty darn good for a little while. So anyway, I just wanted, because we ended up having one because our neighbor couldn't use it, and I tried it, and I said, oh, this is pretty good. And when I'm busy doing a lot of things, I thought, well, that would help. But here I am back to my own cooking, because I like that the best. But anyways, they would cut the lemons in, providing for people that don't have a lot of equipment in their kitchen, and just cut them in quarter instead of the half and squeeze. And there we have it. That lemon smells good. And this is what I will be bringing to our Friendsgiving today. That'll be a radicchio salad with green beans and artichokes. I know that I'm going to enjoy the yum. I can't wait to see what other people are bringing. It's always fun to attend an event where everybody cooks something. I love that. So that's what we've got today. Again, have a great week. Enjoy the yum. Happy Thanksgiving, day after. And just keep the gratitude coming. All right, till next time.